I'm here at the Woodlands House in Sandy, Oregon. A true hidden gem wedding venue that's super ideal for elopements and micro weddings. This is a beautiful chalet-style home in the middle of the woods, which has been designed with weddings in mind. If you're looking for more of an intimate vibe, then this is exactly what you're after. You could have up to 50 guests here, but ideally that count's gonna be more like 10. And it's the kind of place where you could stay all weekend to host a much more small and private gathering. Let's check it out together. Now, the venue itself is owned and operated by two former wedding photographers, and you can see their design ethos in every part of this space. It is a super ideal place to take photos. You've got a couple of bedrooms here on the ground floor, along with a living room, a bathroom, and one of the best places to host, the kitchen. There really is an unhurried vibe with the Woodlands House. For example, most wedding venues are just cranking people through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But when you get married here, you actually get the entire weekend to yourself. They don't book multiple weddings. And that means that this cute little kitchen is great for hosting breakfasts or dinners for your family. You get a ton of time with your people, and the entire thing just feels incredibly slow and intimate. One of the most notable features of the house is this beautiful atrium window, and this is an excellent photo spot. You've probably seen pictures of people getting into their wedding attire in front of this incredible bay window with a ton of natural light that just kind of flows in from through the trees. Now, just outside of the living room, you have this beautiful back deck. There's a hot tub, tons of forest ambiance, and then there's also a table and a Traeger, so you could cook out here, you can hang out with your friends and just spend the weekend relaxing. Now, upstairs in the primary bedroom, you have a really intimate space which is ideal for getting ready on the morning of your wedding. There's these forested views outside of the windows, you've got a cute little fireplace, and then just this way is a private bathroom. Now, hair and makeup is obviously a consideration on a wedding day. And they've got plenty of mirrors in here. There's this beautiful view outside of trees and this tub and a skylight. I just love this spot for hair and makeup. The Woodlands House is also very child-friendly. They've got this cute little kids room, which I can't quite stand all the way up in, but it should be the perfect height for your ring bearer or your flower girl. Now, in the main house, you can have up to 8 overnight guests, and they have 4 bedrooms and 3 baths across multiple levels. Let's go downstairs next. Down here on the basement level, you have an entire separate bedroom and bathroom along with this little living space. Something that I really appreciate about the Woodlands House is it has a good separation between the upper and lower levels. So if you want to do a first look with your sweetheart, you need some privacy for getting ready, then you can do a lot of that down here while they're upstairs. There's also another kitchen down here, so a lot of configuration options for hosting. Just outside the house, there are tons of little walking paths that just meander through the forest. There's a creek, and then just up this way, there are several event spaces. Let's look at those next. Now, just up the path from the house, you have this beautiful clearing, which is an amazing ceremony area. You're completely surrounded by old-growth Douglas firs and huckleberries, and it's a really ideal place to set up an arbor, some chairs or some benches, and just surround yourselves with your guests. One of my favorite structures here on property is the Hideout. Now, normally this is an Airbnb, but on a wedding day, it's a really cool spot if you want to do hair and makeup out in the woods, and on the wedding night, it can be a really cool honeymoon suite. Imagine waking up being surrounded by forest. I love this little bed inside of the Hideout. They've got a little wood stove and then a tiny little bathroom. It's very, very intimate. Now, the greenhouse here is a very multifaceted space on the property. I've seen it used as a dinner space, I've seen it used for bartending, or you could even fit a very small ceremony inside. It's a really cool structure with just panoramic views of the entire forest around. Another very popular option for a dinner is to actually move rows of tables up into the middle of the driveway. We've seen string lights going across all of these trees and all of your guests lined up in the middle of the forest here. It's actually one of the coolest event configurations at the Woodlands House. Now, thinking in terms of logistics, parking is very limited. So if you're gonna have more guests than will be staying with you here in the house, you'll need to shuttle them in from town. Beyond that, they do have some rentals here, like some benches and some tables, but just about everything else you'll be on the hook for. And there are some amazing event rental companies out here in the Portland area that you can work with. Aside from the main ceremony and event areas, you have just a ton of forest with beautiful mossy floor. There's tons of paths to walk on for photos, and generally the Woodlands House encourages you just to make your event your own. There really are no two weddings here that are alike, and something that I really appreciate about all of this natural scenery is that you don't need to bring all of these decorations with you. The forest itself really is the backdrop for your wedding. The Woodlands House truly is in a league of its own for unique wedding and elopement destinations. If you want to learn more about this venue, then check out their events team in the link below, and while you're at it, don't forget to check out A Beautiful Union. We're a film house that does photos and video across the entire West Coast, and we're based right here in Oregon. I'll see you in the next video.